now. Fofana can run all the way through. Good strong run, he's into the box. Seiko Fofana, he's hit the post, but he's put the rebound in, and that's 2-0 to Fulham. The Fulham fans away at that end of the right hand end of the ground. Can't believe it. Seiko Fofana's first goal of the game, and Marcus Bettinelli's gone to join him.
Almost picked it up on the back post, keeps it alive. Christensen. And it's a goal! Fulham have won it!
Everything at Sheffield Wednesday here. Oh, they got it! Davis in the 90th minute. Al-Fayed. And they are going up as Division 1 champions.
What's up, guys, and welcome to the latest video of Fulham Twitter Digest. Today we're going to be talking about the good week Fulham had and the 2 games that they've played so far this season. So, we'll start on Friday night when we somehow managed to beat Newcastle, and personally, I think this is a great result, seeing as Newcastle will tip to win the league. I still think they will, but it shows that we're clearly a good team and we're going in the right direction from maybe last year, because last year wasn't the best. So, yeah, of course we had great performances such as Odoi, Kearney, Malone I thought played well as well. So yeah, we had a good result against Newcastle. The whole team played really, really well in my opinion. And I think that the new formations that Vichy's got them playing is really good. Now of course Newcastle weren't at their best, but I still think that Fulham were worthy winners in that one, and they surprised a few people. And then last night we had Leyton Orient, and we went 3-0 up, which shows how good our youngsters are. But the fact how we let in 2 late goals also shows that there's a lot of new signings that needs to be made, and definitely maybe a centre back or 2, because Ream and Stearman are rubbish, as summed up in this tweet by Michael B, saying the only thing Richard Stearman can successfully block. So now going on to the Preston game on the weekend, I put something out saying, was Slavisha right to make 11 changes? And a lot of positive replies. Martin Fry saying, yes, game time for youngsters equals experience and improvement. Fresh legs for Saturday. Better understanding of squad depth. And that is perfect, because it's what you want. You want the win, but you also want the people that work higher up the club to know that this squad is not good enough to do well in the Championship. If we get a few injuries, let's say if Kenny gets injured, who's going to step into his place? Because it's clearly a lack of players. What if one of Madel or Callas gets injured? We're absolutely doomed. Tommy FFC says, yes, he obviously doesn't see the cup as priority, so played youth, win-win situation, and got to rest key players for Preston. Exactly. See, Kearney only played about 5 minutes, so he's rested for Preston. Odoi, rested for Preston, didn't play anything. Callas Madel, rested for Preston, didn't play anything. Alright, we're focusing on the league. We want to do well in the league this year, and I think it's a good way to go. Anthony Oxborough, yup, give players a chance to impress. Corley Woodrow should start the next game at the back of this game, and I completely agree with him. I think Corley Woodrow would be a great player to play against. I think he should have played against Newcastle instead of Matt Smith. I know Matt Smith scored and he gives us the aerial threat, but I still think Corley Woodrow should play. And by the way, if you've seen his free kick, it's quite a good one. I clearly think that Woodrow should stake his claim for the Preston game. Other than that, I think it should be the Newcastle team that played against Newcastle. Maybe less of Vegan Christensen coming in. Maybe. Something else I want to mention is the new style we're seeing under Jokanovic, and that's very much possession-orientated football. If you look at the Leyton Orient game, we had 59% possession to their 41, and don't forget, 8 of the players in our first team that game were from our academy. Only Stearman, Ream and Parker were not. I also think against Newcastle, you can clearly see our fullbacks, Odoi and Malone, pushing up very far. I do think this kind of playing football does come with its risks, as Odoi may have had a really good game and got man of the match, but I think many times he was exposed down his side of the pitch, most notably when Button had to make a save which basically just hit him really. But yeah, that he got exposed halfway up the pitch, as you can see here.
Oh, here's a break now down the left-hand side. Anita's got space. Low ball into the penalty area. Oh, it's a good...
I think we can let him off for this.
Chip towards Dennis Odoi. Oh, wonderful skill.
Well, this was ridiculous skill from Dennis Odoi.
On his back, was it?
Oh dear, oh dear.
Some more about the fact how our team against Leyton Orient included 8 out of 11 players from our academy. I think that is great. It shows the great work Hugh Jennings has done with the academy boys and the way he's monitored them through. And he must feel really happy himself because, you know, with players like Teo Adun and Luca De La Torre, and even players like Christensen, who you still classify as being young, I think we've got... it looks great for the future. Adeniran getting his first goal as well. Sessegnon being the first player to score a goal, play for us this millennium. You know, I think personally things are looking up for us, and I think it just shows how well our academy players are doing. That the 2 worst players last night didn't come from our academy. Stearman and Ream, I'm looking at you. I want to talk more about Scott Parker now. And as summed up in this tweet by Frankie Taylor, Scott Parker made his professional debut for Charlton in 1997. Sessegnon, Adeniran, De La Torre and Adun were all born after them. Now this shows that he's not going to be a main player for us, but when we have the young kids, he's going to be great because he's old enough to father most of them, and he's going to be our leader on the pitch, especially at the times when we're using youngsters. I don't expect him to start all the time, but I still think he could have a vital role when we're using our young players. You see, last episode I asked who do you think number 7 is going to be, and there was one comment saying Hofferbed, and I think, yeah, he was actually pictured here at the cottage balcony against Newcastle. Now, I think, you know, he'd be a great signing, but I have heard he's weak. I don't know how good he'd be for the Championship, playing against teams like Preston that's going to kick you every time. I mean, in a way you could say it's a good thing that we've got Preston on the weekend, because I doubt he'll be ready for them. But then we've also been linked with players such as James Wilson, who I think would be a great signing, despite him flopping over against us. He may get some stick off our fans for doing that, but hey, he deserves it. And Eddie Sylvestre, who I've got no clue what to expect about. And also Zach Clough. Now, I'll tell you something. Could Woodrow be our number 9 going forward? Personally, I don't see him being our main number 9 if we're going to try and get promoted. But I think for anything like mid-table and below in the Championship, I actually think he'll score a few goals. I don't know. What do you think? Put your answer in the comments. I definitely think he should play against Preston, and Will at 10 Cent Pistol agrees with me, saying Woodrow deserves a real shot at being number 9 when we went to buy someone. Clearly got some talent, and that's definitely true. I've been Craven43H on Fulham Fan TV. Subscribe to me, my link's in the description down below, and subscribe to Fulham Fan TV, and I'm out.